notice of every ICE raid and every FBI raid.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, you put her in there, Well, no, she gets put in as chairman of public safety, so she gets all of the leaked information.
Yes.
Then we fire McDonald, and then we bring in the sheriff. We bring the ex-sheriff in. So Alex, so we bring in Alex Villanueva as the new police chief. Oh, there.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yes. He's been a good boy. He's been a good boy.
No.
He's under
He's not
investigation.
qualified. He's not qualified because Alex Villanueva lives in Hacienda Heights, so he's not qualified to live in Los Angeles Police Chief. He's not qualified. He's not qualified.
We'll get him a camper. We'll live in a fucking.
No. You got to do what the city engineer does. You just buy a UPS box and then you pretend to live here, but you have to live 10 states away.
Like you do it like you do it like CD14 where she takes her bar license and puts a personal mailbox on.
Yeah.
You just get her a personal mailbox. Like Isabel Gerardo.
This is your disability department representative right here.
Okay.
This is your disability department.
Anyway, Jason Reedy goes on the fucking police commission. First thing. And I'd be like, Mr. Reedy, congratulations. Fuck you, Wayne. I move his nomination. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Thank you, Mr. Reedy. Would you? Oh, no, fuck you, mother. Okay, I definitely move for an aye vote. I move for
And then
unanimous
the first
consent.
day on the police commission.
All items on consent.
No.
Unanimous consent.
All items on
Unanimous consent.
Remember. Every day from now on, the police commission agenda item number 1, soccer game. That's the item number 1 with Jason Reedy soccer game.
So now we give each person 5 minutes of general public comment with President Reedy.
Would you like to extend his general public comment to 10 minutes? Yes. Under your discretion, yes.
Oh, in a month, that fucking guy's whole demeanor would change. He'd be wearing a tie.
You would.
Madam City Attorney, I want to know if that's on topic. Oh yeah, these guys, all of these weasels.
The free Porsches are.
Once you give these weasels a little ounce of power, they become little Nazis, right?
From what I hear, though, the president of the Ethics Commission is a stand-up guy.
Well, I mean, look at this. I mean, the rabbi guy, you can't pay the rabbi guy off.
Yeah.
You can't. He's a man of God. You're not going to pay him off.
Yeah. He fears the up above more than what's
He doesn't
here.
give a shit about it. So that's the most dangerous guy the politicians can face because you're not gonna compromise him.
Yeah.
He's a man of God. He's not gonna do it.
And for what it's worth, every time I come here before, I made completely off-topic comments. They have not cared. They'll just listen.
He follows a Brown Act. He like General Congress, General Congress.
Yeah, is everything, anything and everything.
I'm already seeing you. I already did.
But anyway, I like John Lee. John Lee buried himself apparently when he had his little testimony. He was given $1,000 of chips to gamble on behalf of a developer to play
My mom
Baccarat.
never spanked me.
It's always Baccarat, I found.
And John Lee doesn't know how to play
My
Baccarat.
mom never spanked me.
So why would this man give the then
8
chief of
minutes every
staff
time I made a mistake. 8 minutes
$1,000 in chips to piss away? Who does that? Who the fuck does that? So in other words, that's a gift. Did he report the gift? No. So if he didn't report the gift, he had to reimburse the gift. He had to give the $1,000 back. This cocksucker says, no, you don't understand. I don't have to give it back because I was gambling on behalf of the guy. I wasn't gambling for myself. I mean, really? What?
He's a registered
don't
gambler for.
Don't you love how an asshole like this who belongs, he should be in federal prison for 5 years.
Yeah,
What?
I chop the soap like into small pieces. I chew it.
It's for
and
a
then spit it out.
disability.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
to
you.
calm me down for my disability.
That's right.
Why? That's
It's for emotional support.
His emotional support song.
That's right.
No. You gotta call it art therapy.
Right. See now, I'm gonna play my emotional support song.
You're gonna get me
My
copyrighted so
emotional
hard.
support song
You're gonna get me copyrighted so hard.
It's very near and dear to me. Now, this is what I get when I feel down. This is what I do. Okay, when I feel down and I take the pistol to my head, this is what makes it put me down. It's called Thug Love. Thug Love. LUV.
Emphasis on the.
So.
Well, we're gonna start soon. But here's my emotional support song.
Good afternoon, commissioners, staff, and members of the public. Thank you for joining us. President Dar, you will hear a prompt that the recording has begun, and the meeting may begin.
There we go.
Recording in progress.
That's a nice group of individuals.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Okay, let's get
I'm
started.
Jeff Dar. I'm president
All right,
of
let's
Los
get going.
Angeles City Ethics Commission.
Let's get going.
Today is June 18, 2025. We have a regular meeting of the Ethics Commission. We are holding the meeting where everyone who's in person is located in City Hall Room
Told President, I'll see if he
1060.
calls.
And we're also accessible by telephone. So before we call to order, I'm just going to make sure that everyone is aware of call to provide public comment in person or by telephone. So first, in person, you need to fill out one of our speaker cards, which are in the back. We have quite a few already today. If you're going to provide public comment remotely, you need to do the following. And it's on our agenda, so probably everyone knows this, but I want to make sure no one is not understanding or following. So it's clear to everybody who you want your public comment. Dial or call 669-254-5252. 669-254-5252. We also have a toll-free number, 833-568-8864. Once again, 833-568-8864. Once you do the dialing, you need to enter our meeting ID. Again, it's all on our agenda and our materials, but it's 161-788-4780, the pound symbol. So once again, the meeting ID is 161-788-4780 with the master. And then when you are asked for a participant ID, you will press the pound sign again. Once you're into the meeting, you will press *9, that's *9, asterisk 9, to request to speak during public comment, and you will be then recognized when it's your turn by Mr. Eusebio, who will be handling our remote callers. So everyone should be clear on how to participate remotely or in person. If you're in person, do fill out a speaker card. So with that, let's turn to our agenda. First item is our opening items, our call to order. And Mr. Eusebio, if we could have a roll call, please.
Yes. When your name is called, please state your name for the record and here or present. Commissioner Cohen,
Commissioner Cohen, present.
President Dar,
Commissioner Dar, present.
Commissioner Kaufman,
This is an item on the agenda today.
Vice President Kulkarni,
Show it to your chat.
and Commissioner Stern is not present. We have a quorum. President Dar, you may continue.
All right, very good. So meeting's call to order. It is now
That sounds like a pretty good
officially
plan.
1:14 p.m. We're running a little bit late today. So our next item, item 2, is our multiple agenda item on public comment. We're going to take all public comment on agenda items and general public comment now. This will be the only opportunity today to provide public comment during our meeting. We also encourage everyone, it's in our agenda every month, every time we meet, to submit written comments, and that's to ethics.commission@lacity.org. We will receive them at any time. If you're doing it for our meeting today or next meeting, of course, if you can do it 24 hours ahead of time, so we can print them out for everybody, that is perfect. But submit written comments also to ethics.commission@lacity.org. So we're gonna start with those who are actually present in person in room 1060, and then we'll move to the people who are dialing in remotely to provide public comment. Again, please fill out the speaker card, they're in the back if you want to be recognized for public comment today, so we can call on you. Our first speaker card, in no particular order, is for Allah Akbar. And you can come forward and come to the podium or provide your public comment. Thank you.
So, we're all waiting with bated breath for the people versus John Lee, that little scumbag. You know, you guys really did a good job, and I can give you a hand on that, John Lee. This is fucking great. You know, you got him to take the stand, and that's brilliant. You know, he took $1,000 of chips from somebody to gamble for them at a baccarat table, and he doesn't know how to play it. So this little weasel actually sat there and tried to tell you guys, oh, I wasn't gambling for myself, I was gambling on behalf of somebody else. This is what we have sitting in our city council. Why wasn't he indicted by the FBI? He's named as Staffer B in the United States of America versus John Lee. You find John Lee, his boss, for the same thing, almost $100,000. So why is this guy sitting in the city council, spending our money, voting on contracts, a scumbag like that? Can you believe that? That this little munchkin, evil little shit goes around, walking around, chairing public safety committees, making laws, raising our fees for trash services, walking around taking pictures with cops. Well, he waited for 5 years to tell us that yes, he gambled, but he didn't gamble for himself. It wasn't a gift. He just went to somebody and they gave him $1,000 in chips, and they said, oh, you know what? I can't walk, my back is bad. Could you walk up to the table and gamble for me at the baccarat table? Oh, sure. And he loses $1,000. Now, what if he won $1,000? What was his answer then? Oh, I would give the winnings back to the developer. Really? Has that ever happened to you? Has anybody here ever been in a casino and been given $1,000 in chips to gamble for somebody? Raise your hand. Does this ever happen? Yeah? Well, the fucking truth is it happened to me one time. All right. The guy was wired. That's when it happened. So, was this an undercover Fed? So, what is it that you found out about this piece of shit? So that's why we want to know everything. We want a transcript of everything. We want to see it online, every word. And once you impose the fine, not only should you impose the fine, you should expand the charges. Because this guy should have resigned in disgrace. But he sits on this council. I've heard rumors he's got a cooperation agreement with the FBI. Is that true? So, you know what? Our city council is disgusting, filthy bunches of pigs. And I appreciate the fact that you got them on the stand. Good job.
We're going next to Adina Hempstead Soto. Welcome to the podium. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you very
That's
much.
her. That's her.
I'm not really forgive my limited English skill because I heard that a lot of people telling me that I will be deported after speaking public comment. So first of all, I want to inform the council president that today I signed on my speaker card, and then you are calling the speaker card, and I believe that rule is pretty good. But in the city council, this rule is not being followed. In the city council, they are using electronic devices. They ask us to sign up electronically. We don't have a paper, we don't have a pen. And then somehow the city attorney are saying that, okay, we are using a randomizer. Your name may be called, your name may not be called. That is not, that is depends on, if you have a good luck or not. So I feel that is not fair. I feel it's not fair. So sometimes I live down South Central Figueroa, so I take the public transportation to here. It takes me 3 buses just to get here. And then, so after following your rule, sign up on the computer, and then the city attorney will say, okay, that will conclude our public comment, you have a nice day. So again, but right now, today, I'm really happy we are doing we are following the rule that I give you a card, you are calling my name, so nobody, no speaker will wasting their time to be here. That's very nice. Second of all, I want to inform the commission that I don't know if you guys have enough courage to investigate the city council meeting, that there are so many secret meetings that I just speak with LAPD Sergeant Duarte downstairs. They said there's a mayor has a meeting yesterday at 9 a.m. or whatever, but when I go to LA City Council, whatever, website, there's no mention about that meeting. And then the Sergeant Duarte said there are several speakers when there were able to speak 1 minute public comment, but I cannot find whatever that special mayor's meeting agenda anywhere on the website. So I just feel that if you are a Brown Act meeting, and then you are supposed to making sure to public your agenda to the public the same way you are publishing the commission meeting, same way you are publishing the council meeting, instead of hiding a secret room, secret location, a secret hour that nobody can find out. So I have so much more comments. I just have to wait for 2 more months to come back to you. But a lot of my problems are Brown Acts related in the city council. And then thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Hopefully I will not be deported after this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're gonna next go to Henry or Andre. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. So I just want to follow up on some of the comments made, particularly on Brown Act violations. Over the past year and a half, I have well over 24 Brown Act violation notices that I've submitted to the city. I've submitted countless written cure and corrects. I have actually yet another one that I wanted to pass off to you. One of your officers here can go and take it after my public comment, but it is 100% an issue. Today we witnessed prior restraint. There was constant prior restraint placed on every member of the public before they go to speak. And the issue at hand is that I know that there are internal memos coming from City Attorney Heidi Soto's office, and this isn't the only time that she has done these criminal acts. She actually has tried and failed, and sadly for her, good for me, to maliciously prosecute me selectively on a criminal charge. I beat the case, no penalties, no convictions, no fines, no convictions, and I was acquitted of the case. And the reason why is because, well, it turns out I discovered that she's a colluder and a criminal with Scientology. She selectively prosecutes people that dare to speak out about Scientology, and just in general, she has this habit of prosecuting people that dare speak out against any of her political allies. Richie Sergienko and Michelle McGinnis are 2 other victims, and these are just the ones that we publicly know as high profile. And so I stand before you today as one of the successors, that I beat the case. And not only that, I moved forward with filing complaints to every single city agency there is today, every single commission. FBI has my complaints. I spoke to several sergeants yesterday. Senator Padilla has my complaints. Everybody in this commission now has my complaints as well. And it's just a darn shame because she's a public official, right? She has internal memos where she specifically stated her office does not, quote, prosecute corporate defendants. And what that means is she's not going to go after any of the developers that are laundering money through the homelessness fraud programs. We know that thanks to the discovery of the Michelle McGinnis case, and it's no longer just rumors. Michelle McGinnis actually won the right to depose Heidi. I can't wait for that deposition to come out. There's a hearing on July the 2nd. I'll be there to attend that, and part of that discussion will actually be on this deposition. And so the people you're here today from the rest of the public also have that same complaint to share with you. There is repeated, and I mean repeated, Brown Act violations. There was special motion last week. In fact, the city council was voting to suspend the Brown Act just because they're God in their eyes and they can do whatever it is that they wish. But it seems that this is the only one and only commission that actually has the backbone, the courage, and the guts to say no. This is straight up criminal gang activity, and we're not gonna have it. And so these are our city officials, right? These are our city officials. I'm putting you on notice as well, and I shouldn't have to sue for the city to acknowledge formally that my civil rights were violated because the city's already broke as it is. So thank you for your time.
Our next speaker in the room is going to be under the name Trump.
Trump.
So whoever that may be, come forward.
This is a good one.
Thank you.
A special meeting on Juneteenth.
Oh, and
And you know what's on the agenda? To raise the water and fucking electric rates.
Alright, so, are we on? Good. Besides this issue on the Brown Act and that fucked up attorney named Heidi, I'd like to advise you
this is crazy.
of our civil rights and our constitutional
it's a city-
beliefs that
Yep.
this John Lee perpetrator, Stafford B. Chips Ahoy guy for $1,000 of chips, believes, it makes you want to believe that he wasn't interested in just stealing money or applying money on a table to play a game. It's not a game. That's why the city's in a deficit. That's why this city and all its white motherfuckers like you and me have to pay taxes higher than most other cities and most other states. But I hate to say it, some of you are likely, as I believe, part of that dumb motherfucker, scumbag, bullshitting, lying motherfucker, idiot, governor, right? Hopefully not. You don't have to address that now or answer that, but it's just a belief. And as these irreparable truths about trust, irreparable harm that these individuals, John Lee, Jose Luis Huizar, this fucked up mayor that we have right now, the first fucking black stupid bitch that does nothing right. What's wrong with you people? Don't you see there's a problem? You know, if I had my attorney booklet here representing Brandenburg versus Ohio, 395, 444, 1969, I'd be screaming, dirty nigger. Send the Jews back to Israel. Bury the nigger. Save America. I will do my part and fight for every motherfucking inch. Now, why do I say it like that? Because I believe in the Black Sabbath. I am the Black Sabbath. I am an agent that you'll never see in your life or hear again, because I'm an agent of God, the watchtower, the truth, the speaker of all evil. But the point I'm getting across here about Stafford B. and the demand for public trust is this. We, the public, should not and should not be subjected to this long, waitful truth to come out of the back door of the City Hall. So do something quickly, immediately, and effectively like you should. The way David O. Carter, in which I sat in that federal fucking hearing on homelessness and housing for vets, housing for thousands, if not millions of fucking people dying on our fucking streets because motherfuckers like you sit there pedaling along with those fucking juju money trees. Save America. God bless Trump. Thank you for ICE. And the mayor did a fucked up job. Thank you so much. Here's your documents.
All right, we have another speaker, Audit LA. Can you come forward to the podium, please?
Good afternoon. I too am going to continue in the realm of Brown Act violations and just different things that I find corrupt just from my experiences. I too have, I believe, 5 or 6 cure and corrects right now. Never even acknowledged at all. 4 or 5 with Public Works and 1 or 2 with City Council. Not even any acknowledgement, no response, because they know, like, can I really go afford an attorney to go pursue it? I may surprise you, just do it myself. I'm a paralegal. And I just think it's ridiculous that they can't even respond. Because what happened with the Public Works, okay, there's a group of us that have been talking about the human rights abuses of the Scientology. and with children and everything. I've talked here, I won't get into that too much right now. But they actually changed the entire rules. They voted it, instead of having 2 minutes of public comment, and then, I guess with 2 minutes on each one, whatever, they switched it to 10 minutes total for public comment. So only 10 people can speak at 1 minute at a time. Okay, and that's not fair. I mean, they hardly have anybody that ever shows up. It's not like police commission or the regular city council. They give like at least 40 minutes, at a minute for the regular public, for public comment. So why does Public Works need only 10 minutes? It's unfair, it's prior restraint, it's absolute prior restraint, because the only people really that go to Public Works is us who are demanding that they, stop doing what they're doing by giving like Scientology endless permits, allowing them to get away with just different city abuses. And then with city council, okay, the same thing, like why do I have to write fake names? I go by Audit LA, I come here, you call me, and that's no problem. And I go to almost every single meeting Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I think I've only been called by Audit LA maybe once in the past 2 months, okay, because of their randomizer. So then we have to play these games of creating other fake names, and then they call those, every time I get called up, except for today, on a fake name.
That's right.
Okay, and so why do I have to put other names? They know who I am, and that's it, this randomizer, I wanna know, I wanna prove, and I've asked for proof, that this randomizer is legit. How's it work? How is it programmed? Because it always keeps out the people who are regular speakers. And the guys, I get it, people don't wanna hear the whatever, and that's the other prior restraint. He's always given these warnings, okay? And I get it, there's unpopular speech, and I don't approve of, a lot of the stuff that's said, okay? But that's not it's the First Amendment at the end of the day. And he does not have a right to do prior restraint and warn everybody that this person coming up is going to, do this and that. You're gonna be offended, you can like put earbuds in or leave and all that stuff. You don't do that, that's not how you're supposed to do. Coming to you for that, thank you.
At this time, I'm not aware of anyone else who's in the room who's filled out a speaker card to be recognized. If you want to be recognized, still can do so. We're going to turn to the people who have called in by telephone to provide remote public comment. And again, if you're in the room, you want to provide public comment, please fill out a speaker card so we can recognize you. So at this time, if you want to provide public comment by phone, you need to press *9, as I mentioned earlier. So *9, *9, to request to speak. You'll be recognized by our meeting moderator, Mr. Eusebio, when it's your turn to speak. When you're recognized, because you're on the phone in particular, please clearly, slowly let us know who you are by saying your name and which agenda items you want to
That's what I'm
cover.
doing. You can copy mine,
Mr.
all my
Eusebio,
pleadings.
will now moderate, that would be appreciated.
That's caller ending in 616. You'll be prompted to unmute. Please clearly state your first and last name and the items you'll be speaking on.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Yes, you are unmute. You have 30 minutes. You may
Dark
begin.
Brother.
Okay, Sheriff Burton from Studio City, and obviously I'd like to thank staff.
He's been slumming down in Malibu.
With that, we are swimming around, with thank you to staff. Item 11, here we have the lobbying, let's see, the Q1. And what for England, Snowy, and Allen, is right at the top, over $1 million that quarter. Representing Equinox, Amazon, a little bit. And hilariously, hope for affordable LA. There's nothing less affordable than housing here in LA. Anyway, kudos to MacArthur, whose daughter is a Central Cities Association. He has raised over $50,000 from the same lobbying ecosystem that his daughter works in. And this could very well be legal, 100% legal, but certainly, call me uncoordinated, sure, but whatever it is. And item 15, here we have the hard work, 112 enforcement cases, 53,000 fines. This is not much hard work, this is more of a student. Now, we talked about another caveat, I forgot to mention the answer. Brownlee is the understudy to this commission who did this several times. And he's trying to convince us and the judge,
Colorado for sale.
who could be described as G. Lan Zhang, who is an administrative judge. And I'm very upset that this was not televised in the BBC. He wants us to believe that he's a good Boy Scout who was just on a radio center, fish out of water for the first time with all his cronies. Chris Pack, the developer who was, you said you're ethics commissioner, so Karen Pack was ethics commissioner. Chris was her partner, still is. And also Michael Bly. And I think everybody at City Hall knows that he was her kind of inside picture. And they were all out there, and John Lee can't remember where he put the $100. We're in a bad area. We are in a very, very bad area. So the good news is that you still have a chance to bring the book in, charge him as much or more than you charge Sandberg. And maybe the council leadership, who were expecting to do something positive at some point, because it's been such a spiral downward against the public's interest. It's really shocking. Marquis Paracelsus can be cited in the annals of hypocrisy as one of the greats. A guy who comes in on the progressive platform and then unplugs the telephone during these various cases, disarray, where it's hard to get down there. So let me just say this to the other commissioners. You are doing an outstanding job. I very much appreciate the efforts that you have made and will continue to make on behalf of the council members who are here. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. President. We turn to our next person.
Caller ending in 208, you'll be prompted to unmute. Please clearly state your first and last name and the items you'll be speaking on. Thank you. You have 3 minutes. Thank you. You have 3 minutes. You may begin.
I want $10.
And once again, myself, a completely inadequate amount of time we have to speak at public comment. The fact that we gave less opportunities to address this body than a city council does, they can't speak for themselves. Last meeting, you guys approved some proposals for the MLO. There's so many things about that conversation I just madness. But it's pointless, because that thing is dead on arrival. It's either going to be a vehicle for them to gut them and do whatever they want, or it's just going to go nowhere, and it's going to just get a little notified. Or no action at all. They don't have to take any action. They just have to have a hearing. And I just want to point in on one thing. Who is the Omnibus Commission, the entity, the constituency, who is actually supporting what you propose? You just proposed something that everybody hates. And I don't know why. It's baffling. But I will just say, I appreciate Commissioner Jones so not there. But him having to pause and say, maybe you should think about this a little bit more. I just want to say this. The whole rationale of, oh, the council's going to figure it out anyway, so we'll just let them figure it out, is so insulting, and it questions your relevance in existence as an ethics commissioner. Why do we have you? Aren't you supposed to be the expert? Aren't you supposed to be able to give informed opinions? And instead you said, we're going to raise some different things that years ago that nobody liked, and not build off of any of that conversation to improve it. You don't have to be on the commission. Like, I know it's nice, but like, if any of you are just feeling like you don't have that purpose, and you should just send counsel for them to do whatever they want, and take no effort to actually incorporate any of the feedback you've gotten, maybe find a different commission. There are some whole lot more fun where you can be a part of. You can resign. They'll find somebody else. So, that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Mr. Kwan. We go to our next person.
Thank you, President Dar. We don't have any other raised hands in the queue at the moment.
So before we conclude our public comment, I just want to pause for 60 seconds to make sure that anyone who may be trying to dial in or in person wanted to provide us with a speaker card has that opportunity. So let's pause for a minute and make sure that we're not accidentally missing anyone. Do we have anyone else? I'm not aware of any other speaker cards from anyone in the room, anyone on the phone?
President Dar, there are no other raised hands in the queue. You may continue.
You want to go downstairs?
Thank you. This
You wanna go
concludes our
downstairs?
public comment period. Thank you to everyone
Yeah,
who
I mean,
spoke. I'll just make a comment that in my almost 5 years on the Ethics Commission, I'm not aware of anyone who has been not recognized who wanted to provide public comment. So I'll leave it at that. We're going to turn to our next agenda item, number 3, our minutes for the meeting of April 23,